Fuck, I'm out of breath. Alright, it's about 9 o'clock right now. I've been having a lot of people... I put out a request for help the other day. And I had a bunch of people hate on me, telling me how I should get a job. Okay? And these people are my stalkers, the people that keep interfering with my YouTube. I used to make a decent amount of money from YouTube, $2,000 a month, $1,900 and change, precisely, from AdSense. Plus, I had donations on top of that. And there was a single day during that time period, I had 2 simultaneous viral projects that were going to make big money. But when that Walmart video blew up on the secondary channel, and I would have been the second Colton Wood viral vlog, and that was after I'd split up my stuff, and the Docta Canis, the original Docta Canis, was already millions view viral. Another on my personal vlog on non-service dog issues blew up and went viral. So I had a service dog vlog that was viral and making big money, and personal vlog, and they flagged that channel down, and it was a single strike takedown for child pornography. And what the child pornography was a monologue like this, me warning my viewers that my stalker, my future crime victim, all pedophile, had created an alias called Bubba Wood and was passing himself off as my brother, telling people that I was estranged, and he was looking for me, and he was going to help me, and he was trying to get people to give him information on me. I don't have a brother at all. The Woods were sterile and adopted me as the only Wood child. Okay, there is no Bubba Wood. It's just flat fiction. And my stalker just walks all over me. He's been doing that for years, a substantial amount of time. It was what, 2017. His lies, and this whole thing was coming down. It's also the same day at the probation office, where he was calling my probation officer and telling them lies about me. They were saying that I was raping this girl and I had a new service dog, but it turns out that girl was a college grad student, a veterinarian surgeon, and she was like 27 years old or something, and she had her own service dog, and we went a couple of places to test and see if they discriminate, and had a mixed result. Some places, namely the hotels, where you're placed with the government assistance, the government hotel voucher, that they discriminated against me and my service dog. Like, I show up with a voucher for housing, and they turn me away because I have a service dog, and they never corrected it. 8 years later, they're still discriminating. And she's a rich white girl. Lived in Palos Verdes in a nice house. I got to go up there and shit. And again, grad vet student, okay? She is a beyond PhD. She's a surgeon for animals, okay? And she's got her own physical problems and mental problems. She's got a service dog, and we met because of my dog and shit, and she helped me do some stings. That's why I keep looking for other people to do. Now, they've been destroyed by the pedophile in the past by false flagging, claiming that's child pornography too, but he was lying to my probation officer, and I had to talk to my probation officer, and she didn't understand what was going on and fucking cut the meeting short and threw me out. And I'm making a video about that, and I get attacked by a hood rat. He probably wanted a cigarette or something. I was busy making the vlog. I'm like, can I help you? I'm in the middle of something. And he threatens to kill me in front of everyone, and then everyone says, no, I threatened him and everyone there. And I clearly did not. I got threatened. I was the victim. And that video brought down the second Colton Wood viral channel, which would have been like the 4th or 5th of the viral channels. There was original Colton Wood, the original Hard Tar, Docta Canis, and there's been 4 versions of the Hard Tar, 4 Wood vlogs, 1 Colt 45 caliber, and 2 Docta Canis. And then the other little side, those don't count. Homo Chomo. Type that in YouTube. Compilation videos, and there used to be more, but he flagged them down. Compilations of screenshots of pedophile attack back from that area, ancient, like 2016 we're talking about. I did a lot of work, and I was making a lot of money, and the videos went viral because the footage of what was happening to me is horrific. Like, the people could see that, oh, this is bad, they're abusing him. That's what made me famous, okay? And I've done a lot of work since then, and a lot of learning. And since I talk about politics and stuff and science in my vlogs, me learning is part of my job. And I spend most of my day doing that. Like, if I'm out flying a sign, I got an earbud in, and I'm listening to something educational. I only sit down and play Call of Duty at the end of the day when everything's done, and I tried to monetize even that by making a video game channel and trying to get that going. And I've also been a voice for education, saying let's promote educational content like Crash Course. I donate money to Crash Course. Here's the interesting fact for you. My Patreon is in the negative. I have a donor on there, one donor for $5, but with the change, after they take their cut and shit, and I donate $3 a month to Crash Course because I'm such a proponent of education for people all around the world. Fuck America. Everyone needs education so we can end this religious fanaticism and craziness. I don't get any money from Patreon. I pay them $1.71 every month. Small, yeah, but I get money donated to me, and that little bit's being overridden by how much I donate. I donate more to the cause of pro-education than people donate to me, fuckers. And get this, back when I made that years ago, back 2015, the early days, I wanted to push educational content. I was like, hey, let's go watch Crash Course and come here on my channel and talk about what we learned there, and you can just post a link to the video so we can all see what you're talking about, show your receipts type shit. And they wouldn't permit it. And they said, and one in my description and stuff, I said, rise above the trolls. And they made an account called You Will Never Rise Above Us, and then took it down because they don't like education, they don't like science, they don't like math. What is that crazy preacher, Bullock, I believe, that is anti-math? They don't like math. Ugh. I've worked my ass off on these businesses over the years. I've bought equipment. That alone should show you all. I had a chunk of money. What did I buy? Equipment for my business. Okay? The PlayStation to play on is one thing, yeah, right? But why do I need this mic? I'm still setting up and shit. Why do I need a quality mic? People complain about my sound. It's to work on my business. It's not part of the game. I've got a headset, but you all can't hear me, and it's kind of shitty and all that, whatever. It's for my business. Those audio cables are for my business. Now, the sound system, that's kind of meh, but I want to set up quality audio in here, and I've got, it's my Phantom Power Supply. The Bringer, however you pronounce that. That's a pro-grade mic, by the way. This soundboard, which I'm still learning how to use and got to get on, is going to be for podcasting stuff, but it's got extra DJ stuff because why not? I was doing my research, and it's programmable, so I can set it up and add these buttons like laugh track, applause, stuff like that, and I can do some other basic podcast stuff with it, but I can also do music and mixing and mix a feed and shit, and I figure why not learn some stuff about that. But again, that's learning skills to perform art or do art for my projects. Okay, you can't criticize that. I'm trying. And down here we got printer, and over there 3D printer. That's most the intention. The main thing I want to do with this printer is to print out copious amounts of pedophile attacks to report to the police. Okay, and dealing with my stalkers is the number one thing I do in my my business. It's when you fight for civil rights and you stand up for people having the right to film in public, the right to film cops and their interactions with them, and big business when they're doing shady shit. They say the police don't like that, and so they just try to stop everyone. They're trying to take your rights. These people, the frauditor troll people, are trying to take your rights. I was reading some of the comments on there, and they were saying things like, "Oh, what if a kid screams and points at the cameraman, goes, 'Mommy, mommy, the dude has a camera.' Then you lose your rights. How does that work? Before any robbery, you could just walk up to someone, have a kid point at him, make all the cameras go off, then do the robbery. What robbery? Show me the video." You can't. The reason these are rights is to protect that integrity. The First Amendment includes freedom of the press. Freedom of the press means basically telling everyone what's happening. So if a cop's doing something to you, your ability to tell everyone about it is very important. Okay? Very, very important. And my main thing is to expose that. It's my serious civil rights issue. But I do other work because purely it's my job. I do workout videos. I do some cop watching. I'll do anyway. That's a civil rights thing too. You want eyes on in case something happens. It's do unto others, the golden rule, do unto others as you would have done unto you. If you ever see a bunch of cops run up on me, please stop and film. Please, 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 please. You never know if my camera's going to fuck up or the cops are going to take it. You never know. So these people are on my channel bitching and moaning that I don't have a job. So it's a non-starter. You can't be on my creation, talking on my videos. There's a writer's strike on right now where writers say that we're not getting paid enough. We're not getting paid enough. Newsflash, I'm my own writer and producer and director. I do everything. It's a solo show. Everything I do. So the education, I have huge student loan debt too. As far as why I'm poor, I have huge student loan debt. And what was my major? Political science as a pre-law major. And I learned about things like the Americans with Disabilities Act. And then people come in and tell me that's not right. All these stalkers are saying the same thing. And the First Amendment, freedom of the press, freedom of speech. What I learned isn't even applicable in the real world. It's not even true. Like the law says that, but you don't have those rights. You see how fucked up the situation is? And there's the me being alone thing that we don't talk about very much. Most of these people, like one of the bitches on here, Mary Bell, I think gotta make sure to kill a couple of kids in her name. She was talking about how she's a disabled woman that's been bedridden for 18 years and her husband goes to work every day. And how dare I ask for some money for my YouTube channel? Remember that I'm not, because I have no monetized channels right now, it's zero. I don't get anything from any of them. Okay, and then, like I said, the donation things were at negative $1.71 a month, negative $1.71, because I'm more charitable than all y'all are for me, because I support Crash Course of what they did. And by the way, the green dude just got cancer. He just got diagnosed with cancer. So the biggest pro-science education dude is fighting a deadly disease because, and religious ignorance lowers his survivability outcome. It does for all of us. You are abusing YouTube's tools, false flagging me, harassing me, copying my videos, look at him, the Frauditor Troll Group. He used my video and made a substantial revenue off of it without crediting me and bad-mouthing me. Like, he's making money off my suffering. And he's a cop. Oh, this is going to get wild, because I got a felony case now. And the cop, and when I was in the hospital on the way to jail this last time, he was showing me his cell phone. He was taking pictures of me while I was suffering and screaming for help and shit, because I was been in handcuffs for hours and hours and hours. My wrists were bleeding. I still have fucking wounds from that. And it doesn't look bad now, but it was really bad back then. It's been 3.5 weeks. He showed me he was talking to my stalkers on Colton Wood vlogs, and he was taking pictures of me suffering because they're sadists. Okay? I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm running a fair and honest business. If you don't like it, don't watch, go away. But for you to come here and expend your energy and time and money and that's another thing. The frauditor trolls ask for donations. Donations to help them hurt people? You will think killing kids is just a bold threat. I'm fucking dead serious, motherfuckers. I'm dead fucking serious. If you don't fucking stop bothering me, people are gonna die. Go away. Leave me alone. I have enough supporters, and remember, I had 10,000 subscribers on one channel, and 5,000 on another, and 3,000 on another. I have plenty of people that support me, but the same group. You look at the Fraudulous Troll video of me, you just look at the comment section, guess who you find? Gardner Earth Guy. Robert A. Smith, the child abuser out of Florida, one of the pedophile's earliest recruits. He was a former Troll Brigade Mafia member. He came in to help Richard violate the restraining order. And he has a little kid and shit. That's how we met. I saw him fucking mobbing with Richard. I'm like, hey man, this guy's a repeat offender child molester. What the fuck you doing with him? And it turns out he's a QAnon, white supremacist, Trump supporter, libtards, reptilian people, the whole 9 yards. And he's like, I don't give a fuck. I'll help bully you. Like, oh, so you're knowingly squadding with the pedophile. Maybe someone needs to tell Child Protective Services you're business partners with a multi-offense child raper. Okay, and people were bitching about my med pot. Well, first of all, I spend like $1 a day. Okay, I have premium paraphernalia and everything. I got the best shit, but it only my concentrate is so cheap, and I get such a good deal, and I buy in bulk, and I know what I'm doing. Literally $1. Okay, I've got I bought a whole ounce of concentrate for $100. Okay, so for the last 100 days, it's $1 a day. It's gonna last more than that. And I've been making pot cookies out of it and giving them to some people and shit. And I have plenty. I got plenty. It's already been 2.5 months, almost 3 months. I've got plenty. I've got plenty. If I don't have money for another month and a half, or a weed for another month and a half, maybe even 2 months on what I already have, I'll eat my hat. I still got plenty of mushrooms too. I don't do a lot. I just do a little. Come think of it, I think I'm gonna eat one tonight. I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna microdose. I've been doing that a lot recently. Just eat a little bit of psilocybin mushroom to help encourage brain development. Okay, another thing. I've never been on good ADHD meds until right now. Before I got arrested, that video where I got arrested, I had the amphetamine laying on the table in front of me. But I hadn't taken a dose yet. I didn't get the prescription until like 5 p.m. And you don't take amphetamine at 5 p.m. But today I did. And it works wonders. I did the laundry today. I was cleaning the kitchen. I'm working on the pot. Oh, I'm fucking, why talk? Anyway, okay, so I worked heavily on the kitchen. The jail sentence always fucks you up. So I got everything nice and clean. Those are actually clean dishes. I just hand washed them to the dishwasher's full. Okay, the last of the dead pot plants are going out. The floor is nice and clean. I spilled some Comet powder, so I just went ahead and use that. It's bleach powder. Sterilize the floor, get all the counters, get the oven nice, if this is stuck on. Okay, everything's clean. My refrigerator is in pretty good shape. I got a nice dinner waiting on me. It's leftovers, but that was a big chunk of that beef brisket and a bunch of veggies and shit. I'll get to that later. Got a can of beer, bottle of wine. 1 can of beer, by the way. That's all that's in there, I think. Yeah. Okay, have some leftover liquor somewhere. Right here, still. It's been a couple weeks. Okay, and I did laundry. Everything's in the bag. I had to go to the laundromat because my card's fucked up. I got a bank overdraft, and they only take cards here, so I had to go to the laundromat. Now I got the pot plants out, and I'm working on those. I'm setting up. I have 2 clones for sure that survived. Maybe a third. Is this one dead? Yeah, I think it's dead. Fuck, I'm calling it right now. This one's going to the rest in peace. Which is another thing. This is work. This is fucking farm work, son. This is fucking farm work, alright? But of course I have to put my bed stuff back together. I'm going to finish all this because it absolutely has to be done. But I want to clean myself first, finish working and shower and shit before I mess with my bed sheets. Whew, oh boy, they're that dry. Look how dry they are, motherfucker. Look how dry they are, oh my god. That's just 48 hours. Wow, son, wow. So I'm going to trim up these, make my picks, do my clone. I've got those are pre-soaked, pH stabilized and pre-soaked rock wool cubes. I'm ready to go. I'm going to take clones and I'm going to trim that stuff. And then after I've had my clones, so I have the Pablo's Revenge and Lemon Diesel for sure. I'm cloning. See how many I have. I had these left over too because I saved my gear. I'm good with all my stuff. I fucking save everything. Oops, I'll mess it up later. 1, 3, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got 15. So I don't know, 4 or 5 Pablo's Revenge, maybe 6 Pablo's Revenge, 2 Lemon Diesel. And these didn't do as well. Truffle Monkey, Gorilla Glue, definitely. Definitely, I gotta do some Gorilla Glue. And it was shocked really badly because of the month or 2 weeks I spent in jail, but they came back. Like, they're already eating heavy and drinking water and shit. So I'm gonna And I got to vacuum with the hose and stuff to always keep this shit nice and clean. And this is my seedling veg area. So the seedlings will go back in here and the main flowers are over there. I did a bunch of good, a lot, and it's thanks to ADHD meds. And I didn't have those as a child because my parents were religious and they didn't believe in Western medicine. My father was on the Eastern, focused the chi, mind, touch healing, pray to Jesus and all this shit. And it wasn't just that either. The tonsils almost killed me. There was no psych meds whatsoever, no sleep meds, and I was a horrible insomniac. And those were big. Trazonane's so wonderful. If I had trazodone as a kid, it would have changed that and ADHD meds. And I guess Boost Bar too. The anxiety was horrible as a kid because I was abused so much. I physically trembled. It took me 10 years to stop physically trembling after I got away from my father. Look, I'm doing what I need to do to survive. I didn't ask to be born, and I cursed my mother for having me. But I'm here now. I'm trying to make my way. And if it wasn't for this large number of people trying to hurt me and trying to stop me, I would have been fine. Look at this. I had housing. I have permanent housing. And what do the stalkers do? They turn up the hate. They're like, let's run it. And they're bragging about it. Ha, ha, ha. You better hope I fucking win this eviction shit. You better hope I fucking do. Because I've had enough. I'm not. My back's blown. Like, I'm hurt. I don't think I can physically do it. I can't go back to, my back is fucked up these days. Like, from having the broken shoulder, I'm degraded. I'm in trouble now. Now, one of my stalkers, that Mary Bell bitch earlier, was talking about how she's bedridden. She didn't take money from anyone. Guess what, you stupid bitch? Medical insurance, when they have to pay out big money for 18 years, she said she's been getting intense medical care, that costs millions of dollars, and everyone else has to pick up the bill for you. So sorry, sweetie, you're full of shit. Your medical expenditures, which are paid for by money donated from everyone else, it's socialism. That's how insurance, and paid insurance. It doesn't matter. We are all paying to keep you alive, millions and millions of dollars. And what do you do with this time we have bought you? You go out and try to take people's rights and hurt people and take away from them what you have. That's what we get for all of our money, keeping you alive. We get abused. Okay? You don't know my situation. You don't know me. All you have is lies and bullshit. Unless you want to watch a pile of children burn alive. A pile. As many as I can get. Stop. Stop stalking me. Their blood is on your hands.